righty.
What's happening, people? What's happening? How we feeling? How we doing? Something special's happening today, huh?
Something special.
What's happening, everyone?
How we doing, guys? What's everybody
Raider
up
fan. We got Raider fan, Zach, and Gator fan. If you're in the chat, say what's up. Make sure you drop a
Raider
like.
fan and Gator fan?
Yeah, Raider fan and Gator fan for life. We got high dollar sign. Yo, yo, yo. What is happening, people? What is happening?
What's Gucci, guys?
Pretty brown skin.
We got a Dynasty startup draft tonight. Did you hear the NBA news, though? Kevin Durant wants to trade.
Yeah,
apparently, Kyrie Irving wants to force his way to LA.
Didn't he just say he wanted to stay with him?
I know, right? Well, to be fair, he also said that he would stay in Brooklyn or in Boston. So I'm not really sure exactly what his word is worth on those kind of things.
Right. Yeah, I don't really know about basketball, but
yeah, literally the season, like the season before his contract ended in Boston, he was like, "This is where I want to be. Like, I'm gonna stay here, guys." And then next offseason, he was like, "I'm gone."
Right. Okay.
A couple of days ago, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay here in Brooklyn." And or he said something along the lines of, "I never want to leave KD." Now he's gone. Like, I feel like it changes every day.
Yeah, have no idea, but get him out. This shit anyway. They didn't win. Not joking. I actually don't know anything about basketball.
Raiders had a question here. It says, how do you feel about Gibson with Robinson going to get red zone touches, not having many carries? Should I trade him? Me and Badaki are going to see this two different ways. I feel like his trade value is not at a point where you should trade him. And I think that's probably the only area where Gibson's game is going to be impacted by Brian Robinson. So I personally still believe that Gibson is a better athlete. He is a more talented player. And normally the more talented players are the ones who end up being prioritized with touches. But I know that Badaki probably sees it differently. I don't think that you could. I don't even know if you can get a first for him, to be honest. I don't think that anyone's giving up a first for Gibson with their worries right now. So I don't think it's worth moving.
The problem with trading Antonio Gibson right now is that people are still in question. Whether you're I feel like whether you're a Gibson owner or not, like, you know, you probably want to trade for Antonio Gibson because it's low right now, or you try to trade for him, but nobody wants to give you the value you want to. I do agree that Brian Robinson probably will take a lot of the goal line touches. I agree that Antonio Gibson is more talented than Brian Robinson, but I just think they brought him in for a reason. I think that's to split the 1 and 2 down workload.
Hey, welcome to the rookies, Dom or Yoki.
Appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for becoming a YouTube member.
Yeah.
Should have all the little perks now as well. So thanks for the support. I mean, if you guys don't know, we started YouTube membership. Give you guys custom emojis, have your name stand out in the chat with the loyalty badge. Your loyalty badge, it evolves over time as well. And it's just a really simple way for you guys to support the channel. So appreciate that, Dom. That means a lot, brother.
Appreciate you. Yeah, for Antonio Gibson, I think you kind of just have to maybe ride the wave. I do believe it's going to be a split backfield, you know, one first and second down for Brian and Gibson, and then third down could be JD or whatever the case may be. If I'm you, I'm trying to avoid it at all costs, or try to sell for maybe either whatever I can, or hold if you want.
Well, those are all the options. So what are you
those are all the options. But like, I'm trying, if I can get the value, great, you know, and if I'm not, then I'm going to hold. That's really what it is. Okay. I'm always going to be actively selling. But if I can't get the value, then I'm happy. I'm happy to hold, and if I can, then I am just as happy to sell as well.
Got it. Gator fan, we see your question. Honestly, I think you just have to talk to your commissioner. There's not much you can do on that one, unfortunately, my man. Gotta talk to your commissioner.
You talk to commissioner, say that you're leaving. It's unfun. It's not fun anymore for you, and I know it's probably torn, but just gotta make the decision to either leave or
it sounds like they're not going to change their mind, so you got to either leave or play with the settings that they want. There's not really another option there, unfortunately.
As high dollar sign,
rough as that sounds.
Yeah, High dollar sign. Monty Cole, what's happening, people? Wesley, drop it like it's hot. J Stump, my 25-year-old head mind is beyond livid about USC
Oh
and
my gosh,
USC
crazy,
joining
right?
the Big Ten.
So
No idea.
it'll make the Big Ten better, but the Pac-12 is going to be virtually useless.
What up, Tunchi?
Crazy.
Dom?
NBA players
Scary.
get money today. Scary says if Lakers get Katie and Kyrie, I'll run down Hollywood Boulevard naked. All right. Well, this stream isn't going down, so we got the screenshots here. Monty says, I love how the Lakers have no assets, but always get all these people. Yeah, I personally don't think that. I don't see how a trade to the Lakers is going to work because the Nets have said they want like historic trade compensation for these players, and the Lakers don't have any of that, you know?
Right.
They just don't have that. So let's see. I heard that Boston's going after KD. So
We'll see.
Monty says, also, guys, I finally killed the trigger on that JMO and James Cook for CD trade. Very happy with a wide receiver core now. Good job, bro. That's
Nice.
a good wide receiver
awesome.
core. I mean, good move as well, is what I meant to say. And Jared says, I'm drafting at the 112 in a SuperFlex startup. I'm not sure what direction to go. Trade up to get a top quarterback or Chase/JJ, or should I trade back? I mean, those are all the options.
Yeah, those are all the options. Usually, I mean, I'll be honest with you. If I'm at the 12, I'm happy to trade back. If I can't get one of those guys, unless you can get a Trey or Kyle Pitts, if you want to start that way, do it.
Yeah.
Like Trey Lance or Kyle Pitts. But if you don't want to start that way, trade that first. Maybe get some 23 pick compensation or 2024 pick compensation, and then ride that futuristic wave.
I personally feel like if I'm drafting from the 12, I either want to go win now because there's good win now players on that side of the board, or I want to completely rebuild and sell off my picks for future capital. Those are the two moves I really like to do. I don't like having to move up into the draft and giving up capital and doing that. It's just not typically how I like to do my 12, 11 spots, and I've done quite a few of them. J Stump said, Katie doing this just to join my Pistons. Imagine. I love it. Dom says, finally figured out how to do that. I use mobile. Yeah, it's not easy to find on mobile, but thanks for signing up. I appreciate that. If anyone else is interested in becoming a YouTube member, you do have to do it on desktop for whatever reason, but there's a join button. We are doing a Dynasty startup mock draft today. And let's see here. Okay, I was like, is that going to come up?
Yeah, it wasn't coming up for a second. There it is.
Hey guys, if you have yet to drop a like, would really mean a lot if you could do so. That is just a simple way for you to support this stream, support us growth. Okay, Kirk. Okay, calm down. Support our growth. Excuse me. Really simple way to do that. But how can people join today's mock draft, Badaki, if they were to want to?
Yeah, it's in the description below. Our Discord. Join our Discord and then go to Dynasty Dynasty mock draft tabs. It's really easy to get into the Discord, but just know that you might not be able to get into the mock drafts. But it's okay. We usually do one right after, but that is a redraft mock draft. But once again, link is in the description below. Join our Discord, and then we will be sending out the links here actually right now. Give people some time. Once again, Dynasty mock draft tab.
Yeah.
And then I'll usually tag everyone. That means everyone will get that notification on whatever device you're using. Almost 700 people in this Discord, which is awesome. And there goes the link. And being number 2. Kind of leading Jared. Thanks. Why? Just see.
What? Was that English?
I was reading the comments, but I read the comments, but then I was like, oh, I'll wait for you to put it up on the thing.
Which comment were you looking at?
No, I was reading them in my head, kind of out loud, but then I was like, well, we didn't read the ones above it, if that makes any sense. So I think we got up to where I was at. Was like, Monty, I love James' potential. Thought so. Thought he'll be hard to give up. And then Cole's like, me too, Monty. And they were talking, blah, blah, blah. Jerry said, can't sell Gibson. Fortunately, Washington has an easy RB schedule the first couple of games. If Gibson has a decent game, sell then. Decent game, sell then. Yeah, that could be it as well.
Yeah, everyone's got a threshold where you can sell them. You know, I've said this before, but for me, for Gibson, still a young player. Both years in the league, he's been a top 12 running back in fantasy. So I don't feel this overwhelming need to sell him. And I also didn't like anything about Brian Robinson's film. And I'm a Washington fan, so I don't feel a reason to be biased any sort of way. I just remember watching this film and just saying he's like one of the least explosive running backs in the class. Like if you look at the last 5 classes or 4 classes, I don't even think he's a top 25 running back, top 30 running back in those classes. So talent wise, it just doesn't worry me, but I understand people's concern. Dom says Katie and Kyrie are staying. It's all a stunt. Man, the noise is loud. The heat is getting hot. I'm just catching up with the chat. Prob says rebuilding in the Kilo League. Not sure how I feel about it, but ready for the challenge. It's always fun to do a rebuild.
I got a first round for you, brother. Let me know. I think I sent you a trade. I might be wrong.
Rebuilds are always fun, man. I like rebuilds. This is what the Kilo League looks like right now. I haven't made a trade yet, which isn't like me, but
can you click on Prob's team?
Yeah.
I just want to see really fast what that looks like. He only has a second. I mean, I'll give you a first for that 211. I'll tell you that much. We could talk about it. You never know.
Yeah.
Send me a message.
Yeah.
Just make you
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start this mock draft here, guys, and we'll answer your questions along the way. SuperFlex Startup Dynasty mock draft. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 flex spots, and a SuperFlex. And we're gonna go ahead and start this. And by the way, you guys voted in our Discord. So today on our redraft channel, we are going to be doing a SuperFlex redraft mock draft. So in case you want to join us, I will go ahead and paste the link here for you guys.
Change the thumbnail as well for you guys.
Yeah, we'll change the title and everything, but everyone, it seems like most people wanted to do a SuperFlex redraft mock. So we will do that today, and I will go ahead and paste the link in the chat in case you want to join us. This is what it looks like right now. It will change. I imagine we probably won't have TJ Hawkinson as like the feature guy in SuperFlex one. As Badaki's on the clock. Josh Allen, Herbert, Jonathan Taylor goes at the 103. Okay, so JT goes over Patrick Mahomes. It's interesting.
Yeah.
We see Joe Burrow fall to the 6. I still want to bet on the quarterbacks long term in Dynasty, but it's interesting. You know, I think a lot of Dynasty leagues where, you know, it's your home leagues, you'll probably see Jonathan Taylor in the first 3 picks. I just don't want to make that kind of investment personally.
No, for sure. And I took Jamar Chase because I know realistically I'm not going to get Kyler Murray in Dynasty Startup here, and I have the 7th spot. So I took Chase, and if Kyler does fall, that's good.
Yeah.
Good for me.
I'm going to grab Trey Lance here.
So what you say he got in? That's
Cole
awesome.
says, Jared, if you can start with Lance at the 112 and then trade the 201 for a 23 first and mid-round picks, that would be cool. Yeah, not a bad idea. Monty says, I just rebuilt my whole team. I wish I could show y'all the moves I've made. I had one of the oldest teams, now the youngest. It's awesome, man. It sounds like you've made some great moves.
Yeah.
part of our Patreon. There's a couple different tiers on there. Some you can play in leagues. Others we offer advice. In multiple ones we offer advice. Something called the Fancy Hotline, where people can, show us trades that they're doing or their team, and we can give advice or, kind of just be a sounding board. So that is something that we do offer over there on Patreon. But there's a lot of people over on Discord as well who are great conversationalists. Conversationalists, yeah.
Yeah. Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts here on the clock here. Let's see where he goes.
Hi Dollar says he's going to try and make the redraft mock.
Nice.
Okay, so Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts go off the board like Badaki said. And I think I'm going to go CD. Let's see what this feels like. Let's see what this feels like.
Yeah, let's see how we go. Have a couple people in mind, as always.
J Stump said Utah won the Pac-12 just once, and the two of the historical powers said, "Yeah, I'm out." Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess it makes sense for. I'll say this: it makes sense for the competition. If you're UCLA. And if you're USC, it's probably better competition for you to be in the Big Ten with Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State. So that conference looks much better than the Pac-12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I don't know why. The Big Ten. Why is it called the Big Ten if there's 14 teams? There's going to be 16 soon. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's why none of that stuff makes sense. Like,
no, they need to change it. It's no longer the Big Ten.
It's so confusing. It's like, what the hell?
What are your thoughts on third round reversals? Jared said. I would say we are indifferent. If you want to do a third round reversal, I don't think it's necessarily the wrong thing to do. I think what's super important with third round reversals is that it's always voted on before you reveal the draft order. However you end up doing that, however you randomize it, it's important to vote on that before you reveal the order, because what you don't want to do is, the people who get the back end of the draft, they're going to want the draft order reversal, right? Whereas everyone else will not want that. So that's always important. I mean, whoever's team 3, they took Jonathan Taylor and then just left. Were they upset that we said that we're not taking Jonathan Taylor there? Why?
I have no idea.
What in the world?
That's annoying, though.
That is really frustrating. Make sure that you guys can actually, mock with us if you join a mock. I wonder if someone can actually click on that link and try and join now and take over his team.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the case.
Try over there on Discord, see if you can click the link and take over his squad.
I don't think you can join when it starts.
But that's so annoying.
It's all good.
Dom says you give tips to the opponents in your own league. We just answer general advice. I mean, most people are in multiple leagues, so obviously if you can't really be like, hey man, do you think I should make this trade with you? Like that part's
I don't
not easy. Like we can't really give advice on that, but if people are in multiple leagues or they want thoughts on the players or team construction or strategy, those are the kind of things that we typically help out with. Cole says, Zach and Badaki, a lot of analysts seem to be lower on Burrow than you guys because of his rushing floor. I did take him at the 104, but I've been seeing all the fantasy football analysts on Twitter bashing Burrow. Is this in redraft or is this in Dynasty? Because I understand in the redraft perspective, but in Dynasty, I think I still would want to bet on Burrow over guys like Lamar Jackson. Not that that's the wrong answer. I just feel better about what they have around him. I feel better about what I've seen from him. And when you have guys like Chase and Higgins, and they're young as well as you, and I just feel like we haven't really seen his entire ceiling just yet. But he's a type of player who he's probably, and I said this before, I don't think he's ever going to be the quarterback one. Like, I've talked about this. I don't think he will be a quarterback one finish, but I think he will have a lot of years in the top 5. And that's okay, you know, because there's always going to be a new quarterback that comes in that has rushing upside and has a chance to finish as a quarterback one. I mean, Jalen Hurts was almost a quarterback one, right? And he's nowhere near as good as any of these other quarterbacks as far as being an actual quarterback in the NFL. So, yeah, I can understand those people's concerns.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what what happens. I mean, I still have him as a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
Does he have the potential to finish QB1? I actually do believe he does. We just gotta wait and see if that's ever gonna happen. So, but
yeah, I just don't know that his style of play is going to allow him to be up there with some of the other people on a yearly basis. But
for sure,
could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. Joe is cool. What's up? He says USC and UCLA aren't even good. They won't make the Big Ten better. Okay, fair enough. I think they're pretty historic colleges, but Jay Stump says, yeah, they've called it the Big Ten for very long, even after Penn State joined to make it 11. Dom says Lamar or Burrow. It's really close, really close. I don't think you can go wrong, but I would personally be going Burrow over Lamar in Dynasty. In redraft, I'm definitely going Lamar over Burrow, but I think I feel better about building around Burrow than Lamar. But again, it's very close. It's not as if it's, you know, it's not as if it's a massive difference for me, or I feel so much more confident if I have one or the other.
Agreed. I definitely feel the same way.
Yeah.
The Burrow over Lamar, but it's definitely close.
Okay, let's talk about some of the picks that have happened, by the way.
Yeah.
So we see Stafford, Harris. You went Andrews, so I feel like you're trying a different strategy here. Watson goes at the 2.7. Swift at the 2.08. CMC, Cup, Javonte, Diggs, A.J. Brown, Higgins, Breece Hall at the 3.3. We don't see him fall to the 3.3 all that often.
No.
Then Joe Mixon, Trevor Lawrence, Debo. Waddle doesn't typically fall here either. And then we see Devontae Adams off the board. Typically, we don't see
a lot of these guys.
Yeah,
they're definitely really falling to. I'm not really sure why. Maybe a lot of different people are trying different strategies. So, we'll see.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see.
Nelly 14 team Superflex tight end premium. 12-man starting roster are traded at the 6 and 8 start pick to the 23 first for Justin Jefferson. Thoughts? Yeah, I don't mind that. 8th and 6th. I'm okay to do that, especially for Justin Jefferson. I don't know how Zach feels about it, but
I just need to make my pick and then I'll have a look at it here.
Sorry.
Justin
Obviously
Fields is there. I feel like I'm probably gonna be grabbing Justin Fields here. Yeah. What was the question? So 14 team Superflex, 2 tight end premiums. I'm assuming that means 2 points per reception for tight ends. 6th and an 8th plus a 23 first for Justin Jefferson. 6th and an 8th plus a first. Yeah, I think you're probably getting him at a pretty big discount, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't imagine the players that fall to the 6 and 8. You know, most people would trade.
It's just a 2 tight ends
for JJ.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 2 tight end starting league. Okay. Still, I would say that you're probably getting a pretty big discount there. I just don't imagine that he could draft players at the 6th and 8th round that would really make up for that compensation.
Yeah. You're on the clock here.
I
don't know if you know that. Sorry.
I've got Lance and Fields as well as CD Lamb. And I think, yes, I'm going to grab my boy. Welcome to the squad.
Travis Etienne. What's happening to ATJ?
Travi.
What's happening, brother?
Laker says, as a UMD equipment manager, I'm so hyped. Free trip to LA. I love that, man.
That's funny.
That's funny. Hey, shout out to the 42 people watching the stream. We hope that you've been having a good day. If not, regardless, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. If the algorithm brought you, or if you're subscribed, you got the notification we went live. Regardless, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. If you have yet to do so, maybe consider dropping a like. That's the easiest way for you to support what we do.
That's right.
And thanks for hanging out. So we see Drake London go at the 4-3.
Drizzy Drake Rogers.
Drizzy.
We have a draft in 4 days.
Yes.
4 days from now.
Hey,
Startup.
Genius. Thanks for the sub, brother.
Appreciate you. And then the Bravo League, finally, with this rookie mock draft.
Yes.
6 days from now.
Juliet. So we got 3 real drafts happening next week, is what it looks like. The Juliet League.
Is Kilo next week as well? No.
Sorry. I meant 2. Yeah. Juliet is about 5 days away. Bravo, 7 days away. So this time next week, we will be doing a rookie real draft on the stream, and I'm excited for that one as well.
Yep, I am excited for that one.
Yeah. What's up, Dave? He's excited for it.
Dave's always excited.
Harold,
Dave's
do you ever do
excited.
10-team mocks? No, not really. I think not that it's wrong to do 10-team. I don't think it is. But all of the leagues that we are a part of are at least 12 men. And also, we want to try and allow as many people into the mocks as possible. So, when it's 12 man, 10 of you guys can join us. But when it's 10 man, only 8 people can join. So, just those 2 things combined, I think, is the reason why we don't do many 10 teams. Is Javonte at the 211 normal? No, I wouldn't say that's normal, actually.
No.
I would
This whole draft is not normal, to be
yeah,
honest.
I thought the same thing. So what can we point to that maybe has made this draft abnormal? Maybe Jonathan Taylor at the 103 is kind of what sparked.
That kind of sparked with a little trickling
Yeah.
of everything just going down. Just Jalen Hurts usually in our mock drafts doesn't go at the 2-1, but this is the second week we've seen that happen.
Yeah.
So that feels, I guess, it's becoming normal. Deshaun Watson as well at the 2-7. Has fallen at least to the end of the 3rd, early 4th, but maybe with the news, people are willing to take the chance once again with Deshaun. Even though there hasn't really been any news, but anyways, I mean, there's speculation now. It's lower to 6 to 8 games.
There's not any news, is there?
No, but that's about it. So, but other than that, I feel like that's about it. Obviously, these running backs falling, going after CMC, after Swift. Usually he will go before.
I would say in most startups, Javonte is probably within like the 201 to the 204, 5, 6. I wonder where he went. What was the most recent real draft we did? It would have been the India League. Let's see where Javonte went here. He was at the 205, which makes sense. I wonder about the Hotel League. Where did he go? I'm just trying to look at the most recent real drafts, and he went at the 204. So, for whatever that's worth.
I mean, maybe me as well. I mean, I took Mark Andrews a lot earlier than expected at the 2-6.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle fell as well, so I guess it's just trickling,
Yeah. Dave says it's just me or the first 2 rounds of this draft odd. Yep. It's not just you. Dom says my head hurts from packing it full of fantasy. How much is it? How much info is too much info? Sorry. Good job reading, Zach. Good job.
Nah, you're chilling. How much info is too much info? I guess
Can't get enough.
when you get tired. Yeah, when you get tired of it, that's when it's too much. You can never have too much information for Dynasty. There's always something new. Always, you got to continue to dig deep and deeper to see if you can find something new on these players. I mean, hey, is it, how many days are in an hour? I mean, how many hours are in a day? 24 hours? How many days do you sleep? 8 hours? That's a waste of time. Have you seen that motivational speech?
Yeah, my dad used to listen to those kind of videos. I remember one time I walked into his room and he was there was some video on it and it said something like, "What are you doing with your life? When they're sleeping, you're grinding. When they're grinding, you're grinding." You know? I was like, what the?
Like, wow.
It is 7 a.m. Like, what are we doing?
You think you need 8 hours? You only really need 4. So wake up and work.
Seems like nobody wants to work anymore. That Kim Kardashian meme.
Oh my gosh. Everyone roasted her right after that. Oh my
gosh. I know, because of how she got her wealth.
Kim Kardashian.
Original wealth.
Yeah. Original wealth.
Yeah, Najee mid-second round was a little bit weird. Auto pick ruining the vibe. Big mad about the JT analysis. Yeah, I mean, it's not as if I don't feel like I roasted Team 3 for taking JT.
I don't think it was a roast. I think it was just like I think it was just a troll.
Don't do that.
I think it was just a troll. He came in and dipped.
No, I don't even think like it's a troll. I think that will happen a lot in home dynasty leagues. Like you will see that happen.
Let me see what his name was. It was Blanken 1130. That was his name.
Yeah. What can you do? I missed one draft and y'all devolve into the Lord of the Flies. I love it. Cole says trying something new from the 112. Love it. Let's see how it goes.
I'm trying something new too. I mean, shit, if this can happen next week, I'm buzzing.
Lots of NBA stuff going on right now.
What else is happening? Tell me.
Well, I mean, tons of players are getting their money.
All right. When's the season start for NBA?
Well, it just ended, so it's gonna be a little while here.
But I felt like the season.
Oh wow, Burks is still there.
Has been all jumbled up because of COVID. It felt like they extended the season. They did extra games. They shortened it.
Gary Harris got a 2-year deal with the Magic. JaVale McGee signed a 3-year deal in Dallas. Apparently, James Harden and the Sixers are working on a long-term deal. Nick Claxton re-signs with the Nets. Devin Booker is going to be the cover of NBA 2K23. Lonnie Walker signs a 1-year, $6 million deal with the Lakers. Rumors, the Boston Celtics are trying to trade for Kevin Durant. Marvin Bagley reached an agreement with Detroit. Don't fully understand that. I guess it makes sense. He can still develop there. Apparently, Kyrie Irving is all in on forcing a trade to the Lakers centered around Russell Westbrook, which, let's be honest, I don't think it makes any sense for the Nets to do that, but you never know. Batum is back in LA. Lou Dort. Let's hear it for Lou in the chat. Gets a 5-year, $87.5 million deal.
You're on the clock, by the way.
Shout out to you, Lou. Sweet Lou.
Lou Dork.
No, wrong person. No, that was supposed to be Chris Godwin.
Devonta Smith. Great pick. I actually like the pick. Not even lying.
I was supposed to be Chris Godwin. Damn it. Anyway, Devonta Smith is probably not even one of the top 6 players I would have drafted there. I would have gone Godwin over him, Olave, Hollywood, Jameson Williams, Rashad. Damn, that sucks. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's all good.
Victor Oladipo's back in Miami. PJ Tucker is signing with the Sixers. Malik Monk to the Kings. Bamba is back in Orlando. Bobby Portis gets a 4-year, $49 million deal. That's
Shout out to Bobby, man.
I guess he does make a pretty big impact for them.
There's a lot of money out there in the world, huh?
Anthony Simmons is signing a 4-year, $100 million deal with the Blazers.
Anthony? Is his name actually Anthony?
His name is Anthony, yeah.
Oh, you'll love to see it. There goes
Devin
Tua.
Booker is finalizing a 4-year, $214 million super max contract. Oh my gosh, $214 million over the span of 4 years? Or there's probably more to that extension.
Probably.
That's pretty
really
crazy.
Really wanted.
Then Nikola Jokic. Why am I saying this wrong? Nikola Jokic.
Figure it out.
I'm saying it wrong. Why am I saying it wrong?
Figure it out.
Anyway, he got a pretty massive deal as well. Bradley Beal got a maximum deal. He stays in Washington. Jalen Brunson's going to sign a 4-year deal with the Knicks. It's all happening in the NBA. Dom says, I get mixed emotions on players. Some people are high on and others low on. I don't know if I feel like I'm running in circles. Straighten me out, boys. Yeah, I would say with those kind of things, you know, if there's a player that you love, it's a my guy. Like you want to go get your guy. Just make sure that you're not reaching extremely to accomplish that. You know, I would say maybe if it's within three picks of your rankings or rankings in general that you trust, then you could go after your guy. But, you know, the reason we don't want to run away from rankings too much is because hopefully you've spent a lot of time, or the person whose rankings you're using has spent a lot of time figuring out why certain players are above others. So
yeah, that's the huge part about it. Gotta know why.
Tigre says, am I the only one who thinks Tua should be going before Watson, Fields, Lawrence, Carr, Jones, Wilson? I think Tua should be going... Where did he go here? At 6'5"? That's pretty late, to be honest. I didn't expect him to be there at 6'5".
I personally think Zach Wilson and Tua should be going in the 4th. Every time they fall to the 4th to me, I'm buzzing. But every time I get him in the 5th and 6th, I'm buzzing as well. I don't know. I'm always looking to get Wilson and Tua in the 4th, but that's just me. Are they supposed to be going over those guys? Maybe not for me. Maybe over Watson right now. But
Luke says, what you got against Devonta? Nothing. I don't have anything against him. I love him as a talent. I hate his situation. You know, was the guy last year and finished wide receiver 30. I am the side of the community that doesn't understand how he gets better with AJ Brown. I know some people are like, oh my gosh, he's gonna be so good this year with AJ Brown. In my mind, I'm like, you're telling me you have one of the worst passers in the NFL on your team, and he just lost a huge chunk of the target share to an elite wide receiver. I feel like Devonta Smith is someone that people are going to be buying low on next season, because I don't see a way he has a top 24 year. Could be wrong. Definitely could be wrong, but I just don't want to buy him right now. You know, all those players that I mentioned, I feel like their value will increase this year. I don't see that for Devonta. Hollywood, I think his value increases. Olave, I think his value increases. Godwin, maybe there could be an argument there. Rashad, I think his value increases. So I just don't like... I like the talent, hate the situation.
Loves the talent. Yeah, I'm on the opposite. I believe in Devonta Smith and everything that basically literally the complete reverse, you know, like they get a better wide receiver in AJ Brown. Maybe it's less targets with more efficiency and
how is it more efficient with Jalen though? Like it's fun to say, but how is it? How is it more efficient?
I'm a believer in Jalen as well. Like I'm believing in the next step. You know, I'm believing in him to. Yeah, what we've seen wasn't the best this past year, but I'm still believing in him becoming more efficient. You know, it's the second year. Last year was his rookie season essentially, coming into his second year, quote unquote, right? And then I just think it's just a better offense. They bring in AJ Brown. You're not going to bring in a guy like AJ Brown, give him 4 year, $100+ million to not give him the ball, to not throw the ball I mean, he did come from a run first offense, but I think it just helps Devonta Smith. Damn, that's what I wanted. I think it just helps Devonta Smith as a whole, in my personal opinion. Give me a second as I make my pick here.
I don't understand the argument, but I've never understood that argument in particular.
That's all right.
Joke Kitch. I don't know why I kept saying that wrong. What's up, Lexi? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Just joined your Discord, trying to figure out where to post my Dynasty team for your Dynasty team review. There's a text channel there called Dynasty Team Grades, and that is where you can post it. We consider everyone's. Can't promise anything, but we will consider it for sure. JW says, I don't see a massive difference in Dalvin Cook and Aaron Jones to justify the difference in ADP. I think, that's not a terrible point. Maybe Dalvin has more long-term
security, potentially.
Yeah, security, and as well as, less competition. Is that fair to say? But
yeah, I don't think
see it.
Madison is drilling into his workload like Dylan is supposed to be to Aaron Jones. So I definitely see that.
I can understand that, though. What's up, Rai? Welcome in. All right, I'm on the clock. And
on the clock
speaking of AJ Dillon, welcome to the squad.
Back and forth, I'm exhausted. Yeah, I think the Kenny Pickett pick for me was definitely a panic.
I'm going to pause here and... I can't believe I just passed on Jameson Williams. I'm going to change it to 30 seconds.
No, it was definitely a panic for me because I could have had more Robinson.
Okay, I can't believe I just passed up on Jameson Williams there. That's interesting. Interesting from me.
Then over me.
I think I'm going to go another wide receiver here. Any quarterbacks I love? I mean, I could go Tom. But I'm going to get auto-picked to Zeke. There you go. There you go. My last 3 picks, I've only made one of them. What can you do?
All right, cool. I have a couple people in my queue. See if they fall to me. Oh, Keenan. I'm scarred. Too bad. It's too bad you want my love. There's a Monroe. Take Miles here. Let's get another running back. Miles wants more work. I don't know if you saw that report.
I did see that. I love to see that from him because I have him in quite a few dynasty leagues, just waiting to see if the talent can finally equal production. So I like that he's saying that.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Goes Mooney. Calls from Zach's drafts ended early to this. It'll be a funny few days. It's so confusing. From the draft, Zach ended early. All right. To this has been a funny few days. Yeah, it has been for sure. I get what you're saying now. Jared, while sniped you with Sun, you sniped me with Miles. Gotta get you back some way, you know? You took Mooney there. Still not a bad pick.
See what Tunchi does here. Might be an auto for Tunchi. It is. Welcome to the squad, Amari Cooper. Team 3 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs. Yeah, Tommy Sleeper's ADP and auto draft makes no sense without telling me.
I'm surprised they didn't get running quarterback, to be honest.
Yeah, there's no quarterbacks on this team. What in the world?
They say you guys need text to speech. Gosh, that would
actually be awesome.
Cool, but it'd be cool and annoying though. Like I think like big mainstreamers only use text to speech when somebody donates. If I'm not mistaken. Like,
no, but even if we could click on a
And say
comment
text to speech.
and let it text to speech. Yeah, that would be fun.
Maybe that could be cool. What happened?
Maybe we should do that for donations though. Set up text to speech. I mean, look at the heavy RB strat from Team 3 here. Tom Brady in the 9th round.
They're probably just looking like, shit, this is value. Shit, this is value. You know, like. No company. Yeah, that's crazy. Whoa. Pretty brown skin in Houston.
Robust RB win now. Robust is definitely the right word.
Mm-hmm.
Bust it down. Bust it down. Oh, yeah, true. Cup and Renfro. What's the thought here, Badaki? What are we doing?
I don't know, man. I need another running back.
Welcome to the squad, Damien.
Don't love the pick. Don't love the pick, but I feel like I should have won somebody else. But
damn it. Damn it. Jahan Dotson off the board.
Jahan Dotson.
Love me some Jahan Dotson.
Christian Watson.
There goes Christian Watson. Yeah, I mean, that's frustrating, isn't it? The 2 guys that I wanted on my team are now gone.
We got
the squad, Pat.
The English Grand Prix. What's it called again?
The Silverstone Grand Prix.
Silverstone Grand Prix. If anyone is interested in F1, Formula One, if you guys haven't watched it, please watch Drive to Survive on Netflix. And no, we are not sponsored, but we maybe should be because we're massive fans. More Zach is a massive fan. I really like it, but Zach really dives deep into their lives and the teams where I'm just like, I'm here to watch the race. And I know a little bit. Zach definitely knows more. But
it's okay.
Oh, I'm just being honest. I'm not saying I'm not an enthusiast. I feel like you can be an enthusiast for sure. You know,
yeah, like, I'll take the title.
I definitely can't be there. I'm a fan that has minimal knowledge. But
fan with minimal knowledge.
I'm a fan that can have a conversation with you about F1.
Yeah.
How about that? You know?
That's good. It's a good place to start. Dom says, I think I had deja vu of this, but then again. Deja vu is such a weird phenomenon. Isn't it so weird when you have deja vu?
Yeah, it is.
It makes me wonder, like, the whole simulation thing. Like, how have I already seen this?
I feel like,
you know,
I think of deja vu of like the Mandela effect.
What's the Mandela effect?
Have you heard? So the Mandela effect is like when you remember things that, like, you remember something very vivid that isn't, but that's actually not the case. For example, like Kit Kat had a dash in its logo, but now they've come out and said we've never had a dash in its logo. Or like Febreze was always spelled with 2 E's, but in reality it's only spelled with 1 E. Looney Tunes was only spelled with 2 O's, but it really was spelled with 1 O. And the Mandela effect is basically saying that, like, at some point in time, the Earth has gone through some wormhole that's changed a bunch of stuff.
What?
Maybe that's a bit too much, but that's essentially what it is if you look up the Mandela effect.
Wow.
Like,
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, a collective group of people remembering one thing, but like it actually wasn't. Like, people vividly remember movies, like, for example, movies that they can see in picture, but that movie's actually never been released. But multiple people have recollection of that movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I'm learning something today.
You don't know about the Mandela effect?
No, I've never.
You should look it up. You should look it up. Like, just Google it, and then like you can show the stream. Like, there's literally, just look at Mandela effect, and they'll put things side by side, and like you're gonna be like, damn. I thought it was this.
Okay, apparently there's a Mandela effect quiz. If you get less than 10 of 15, this Mandela effect quiz, you are probably in an alternate reality. Well, okay, we're gonna do this quiz here in a second. I want to see if I'm in an alternate reality, so we're definitely gonna do that quiz.
The world ended
Lexi
in 2012.
says, "Who wins? 10-team, 1 quarterback, AJ Dillon in a late 23 first pick, or
AJ
Chubb
Dillon.
and Juju, and why?" I would say AJ Dillon in a late first.
Absolutely.
You know, except if you're trying to win now. If you're trying to
it
win
really
now,
depends on the
probably
team
Chubb and
construction.
Juju.
Yeah, but I think we will both say I think we both agreed AJ Dillon and the 23 first. I mean, if
Is where we would lean, yeah.
23 first. A reason. Give me 1 second. Let me make this pick really fast.
Also in a 10-team league, that 23 first is going to be even more valuable.
second,
You're
bro.
going to get guaranteed better tier of talent. So yeah, I would lean there without knowing context. Cole says, yes, Zach, simulation for the win. Sometimes I feel like things make sense that we're in a simulation. But I don't know. Dom has deja vu once a week. There are times when I have it a lot. Like there will be months where I have it like 4 times a week. And then there'll be a long period of time where I don't have it. Luke says, huge Hamilton and Verstappen guy. I love that. It's cool that you like both, because typically there's like irrational arguments for one side or the other, which I kind of view it as like LeBron and Michael Jordan. Not to say that they're both the greatest of all time. I think Lewis is, but why can't we just appreciate greatness? That's how I view it. Let's just appreciate greatness. It's okay to say we don't know the answer. Let's just appreciate who these guys are. I'm going to grab my QB3 here. Mass hysteria. Yoki says the world ended in 2012. We switched to paradigms into a parallel universe.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to understand what that means.
I actually don't know, but I'm surprised you never heard of Mandela effect. I feel like you would be, knowing you, I feel like you would be somebody that would like know about it. Like shit, like it's actually true, you know?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you don't know about that.
Sorry, bro. Sorry to not meet your expectations.
No,
there.
I'm not.
I'm kidding.
I'm not saying you didn't. Yeah.
I'm surprised that you're this dumb. You know, I'll be honest with you.
I'm just surprised, like, you're pretty knowledgeable about things, and like when you don't know about something, it's like shit. Like, how'd you not know that? And that's like something that's, I feel like a lot of people know. I think that's what it is.
Fair. Yeah, I've just never heard of it, but I'm definitely excited to do this test here. I'm gonna grab Calvin.
Give it to Calvin. No
Always
worries,
love
Lexi.
seeing him on the board. Sorry.
Thank you both for your feedback. And I was reading Lexi's comment. Thank you both for your feedback. I saw Trey Chubb. Yeah, I love AJ Dillon 23 first, especially.
Yeah.
That futuristic, that 23 class is massive in our eyes. We definitely have a 23 class video, if I'm not mistaken, of why you should be. No, actually, we don't.
We've talked about the quarterbacks, and we're doing individual breakdowns, and we're going to keep talking about the 23 class for you guys, just to get you more familiar with those players and talk about things that we like, things that we don't. And, you know, I'll say if Juju signs a long-term deal in Kansas City, that could look like a bad trade in a bit. But that's the thing. We just don't know. And I don't know. It doesn't feel like he's going to be there long-term. So I think that's a win for you. Tigre says simulation theory is a dangerous rabbit hole. You start thinking you're in a game, you're bound to get played. Don't play yourself. Never play yourself. Luke says I'm a new fan, so I just like the rivalry. Yeah. I probably started following Formula One about 3 years ago. So, and Max was the driver I liked the most, but I also think the rivalry, like the unnecessary hate towards both sides is just too much. Like, let's just appreciate them both. But it's fun to just see any driver succeed. Like, I even am not opposed to seeing Charles Leclerc really succeed this year, even though I do prefer Max to win.
Yeah, I think I think, Drive to Survive really painted a picture of how much they hate each other. And I don't even think like Max, I don't think the drivers hate each other.
I would say
I think
Lewis and Max definitely hated each other last year.
I think
I think that would be true.
last year, but I think that was also driven by the managers because they actually really hate each other.
The teams hate each other, yeah.
Like Toto and Christian, they truly hate each other. I think that was rubbed off on
It's a little
Lewis.
bit toxic, yeah.
Yeah, that was rubbed off on Lewis and Max. If you guys haven't watched I think it's season 4 of Drive to Survive.
The thing is, Drive to Survive is
super skewed as well.
Skewed, yeah. Lucas says, just popped in. Anyone talk about Pittman in the 3rd versus Deontay in this mock draft? So we got Pittman here at the 310.
And Deontay
goes at the 5.5.
Yeah, I mean, we said it earlier. This mock draft is not usual.
There's a lot of weird things happening here.
Yeah, this is not how a mock draft would usually go. But I mean,
I don't hate Michael Pittman there, by the way.
No, I think a lot of people are off Michael Pittman in the 3rd round. They would rather get him
in the
mid
4th.
to late 4th. Yeah, maybe early
late 4th,
5th.
5th. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, maybe if he doesn't go Pittman here, he goes him at the 4-3. But who knows if Pittman's there.
And our mock draft,
actually,
going at the 3.
To be fair, I think I'm definitely still going DK over Pittman. I definitely am, but I can understand. I can understand both sides of the Pittman debate.
Let's see.
Bobby Trees off the board. Dom says, we talking philosophy? Honestly, we talk anything that pops up. We'll talk about it. Anything that we think of.
Mm-hmm.
I remember someone commented once, they were like, this is a fantasy football channel. Talk about fantasy football. And I just said,
thanks, bro.
This might not be the channel for you, man. I mean, we're going to talk about whatever we want to. Mitch Trubisky off the board.
Just gotta lock it up there. Just need to lock it up because I got Kenny. Let me lock up Mitch.
Kenny.
Feel really confident in my quarterback room now, and then I'll get. Oh, I forgot I got Mark Andrews. I'm over here thinking, shit, who am I gonna take as a tight end? I got Mark Andrews. I was like, dang, I want to take Cole there. I was like, all right. I wanted to take Cole in the next round, the 12-6. I was like, damn, he went. I was like, okay, so maybe I can get Zach Ertz. He goes.
Sheesh, bro. Sheesh.
That's so funny because I'm not used to taking a tight end so early.
It be like that sometimes. It really do, brother. It really do.
Mm-hmm. We have a mock draft in our other channel. I guess our redraft channel, you can say, Fantasyland Football. We're gonna do a a SuperFlex redraft. That's what everyone's requested in our Discord. So if you want to do a SuperFlex mock draft in PPR format, come through.
I'll paste that link in the chat there. Lexi has a comment there.
Yeah, I want to share what I put off. I traded 2022 2.1, the 11th pick, right? 2023 early 3rd and 24 early 2nd and an early 3rd. Maparita, JD McKissick, and Chris Evans for 23 mid late 1st and Christian Kirk. Good. So let me just try to read this again. I'm on the clock here. Sorry, let me just make a pick. Let me just get another tight end, I guess.
So essentially, you sent the first pick in the 2nd round of your rookie draft.
Yeah.
A 3rd, 4th,
no, 3rd,
another
and a
early 2nd.
A 3rd, a 2nd.
Okay, 3rd, a 2nd, and another
so
early
2 thirds. Right.
Yeah.
Maparita, McKissick for Chris Evans for 23.
Relatively.
I think it's okay. I think that's okay because you're getting rid of Maparita, JD McKissick, which is not like, I'm not saying these guys aren't valuable, but to get that 23 first, I think it's really good as well.
Just don't love that we gave up a 24-second, but like we're giving up 2 seconds. It's a pretty even deal. Dan says 12 team Superflex, start 10 PPR, 223 firsts, and Jameson or Justin Jefferson. I would say that is quite across the board, pretty even. But I would lean Justin Jefferson there. I think
12 team Superflex, 10 starts.
It's close. But I would lean Justin Jefferson.
I think it's pretty fair, but I would actually lean the 23 first with Jameis. I actually would take the chance there.
You want Jameis Winston instead of Jameson?
Jameson, you know what I mean? Jameson, 223 first. So I would take the chance on the 23 first and the younger talent, but Justin Jefferson, yeah, I think it's pretty fair down the line. What's everyone doing for July 4th? Technically, it's July 1st here. Any usually, you go watch the fireworks in your city, or you go barbecue somewhere.
The long right to the Wizards. July 4th? Yeah. What are you guys doing for July 4th? Dan's got a question there. 12 team Superflex start 10. My core is Mahomes, Burrow, Connor, Clyde, Patterson, Knox, Mike Evans, Juju, Devonta, and Jameson. 223 first and 2 seconds. Am I above average? Should I trade to win now? I don't think you're really in a place where you have to make specific moves. You got a pretty good wide receiver core with Mike Evans, Juju, Devonta. Yeah. Running back room is serviceable with Connor, Clyde, Patterson.
Yeah, I think that's the downfall though, is definitely that running back room.
Sure.
You can definitely try to trade these guys away if you want, and then I don't know if you want to trade for win now. If you do trade for win now, you have to give up somebody, like or give up a pick depending on who it is. Shout out to Blaze. Fourth of July in New York, usually they have fireworks a couple different places depending on where. I know, like, when I was there, they had like fireworks. You can see fireworks at Williamsburg by the water, I know there's like a brand new park now there. There's just always so much stuff going on. Depending on where you live, like usually your block can do something. Like our block always did something. People love going to the beach. I think that's it, right? Zach, you can end the draft.
Yep.
It's 15 rounds. So it just really depends on what you want to do.
All right, let's do this test. What colors are Uncle Sam's hat? It's red. It's red and white. His hat is red and white. This is how I do this, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've never done this test before, so I'm interested.
What?
Usually,
I thought there were stripes on his hat.
I don't know, bro.
Is that what it normally looks like?
I actually have no idea. That's what I'm saying. I've never done this one. Keep going though. Maybe there's more interesting ones.
What is the name of this candy bar? I already know this one. So, Kit Kat without the dash. But to be fair, I do think I probably would have chosen the dash one. Okay, Fruit of the Loom. What does Fruit of the Loom logo look like? I'm pretty sure it's this one. They've always had a basket for sure.
I'm looking at your reaction like so slow. Like it's so delayed.
What? There's always been a basket. Hasn't there always been a basket?
I actually don't know. I mean, you probably. I don't know.
What does the Target logo look like? It's always looked. It's definitely this one.
Which one's this one?
Target
Right,
logo.
okay, I see
I
it
don't
now.
think I have literally never seen this be the logo. It's always been this one. And
It's always
I
been the
used to
one
go
on
to
the right
Target
side.
every day. Well, every week. Every day is really drastic. I would say I used to go to Target every week.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely the one on the right. This is 100% the right logo. Okay.
Okay.
Good. In Saw movies, I've
You don't watch
I'm not a big
movies?
Saw guy. I think it's do you want to play a game? Isn't that what he says?
I think it's do you want to play a game?
I want to play a game. Oh, okay. What does Tony the Tiger's nose look like? I'm pretty sure it's blue. Tony the Tiger's. I mean, surely that's probably changed over time. But I believe it is blue. I believe it's a blue nose.
I actually don't know.
They're great. Yeah. I remember sometimes, you would have cereal in the morning and, you would just look at the box. I'm trying to reimagine those moments. I don't think it's black. That doesn't look right. His nose being black. Bang.
Crazy.
What's
Let
Henry?
Let me answer a question really fast. Sorry. Lexi, we like Christian Kirk. Zach likes Christian Kirk. We can definitely see him being the security target for him. Would he be better than Rashad Bateman? We wouldn't say that. Or could he even be a tad better than Rashad Bateman? We personally wouldn't say that. But we can definitely see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I like the value of Kirk.
Yeah, but Kirk's value, it is great. I'm not a Christian Kirk believer, but the value of Kirk is good. Go ahead, Zach.
All right, Henry the Eighth, I think, holding in this famous portrait. I got no idea. His dick.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's better ones. Let me see if I can find a better.
I don't know the answer to this.
Just keep going. Let me see Nelson.
How do people know? How is this common knowledge that he's holding? What is that? A rag? A glove? How is that common knowledge? Looks like a damn croissant in his hand. Okay. Does rich Uncle Pennybags wear a monocle? No. No. The guy from Monopoly, does he wear a monocle? No, I think people are mistaking this one with the peanut guy. You know the peanut guy? He's not watching me. No, I don't think so. Yeah. Do you spell the name of this meat production company? How? How do you spell the name? Oscar Mayer. It's this way. Oscar Mayer. Bang! I'm killing it. What does Pikachu's tail look like? I don't feel like I know enough, but I would say this is what his tail looks like. Oh, okay. How do you spell the name of the company that makes this shoe? I don't think there's a T in it. There's definitely not a T in Skechers. Skechers, yeah. There's no T, right? What do you think?
No, there's no T.
No T. Bang. How do you spell this Kellogg's cereal name? I believe it's definitely not Fruit Loops with a W. There's no way it's Fruit Loops with a W. Fruit Loops. I think it's fruit, but maybe it is double O. Maybe it is double O. Fruit Loops. Let's go. That's what I was gonna say because I remember the little circles being the cereal. Fill in the blank. The Burnest blank in Bears. What? The Burnest blank in Bears. What the hell am I? What is this?
It's like a children's thing.
I don't know, dude. I really don't know on that one. What is the name of this Warner Bros. Animated series? I believe it's Toons, as in Toons, because they're cartoons. So that would make sense. Looney Tunes. Right? Wouldn't that make sense?
Actually, I honestly don't know. Don't remember. I mean, it does
Oh my
make
gosh,
sense.
it is Toons. That's maybe a huge missed opportunity. Toons, like cartoons.
That's actually just a huge miss. He's not even thinking about it. He's not thinking about how our world could have went into like some wormhole. Actually, in a marketing standpoint, just a huge missed opportunity.
Am I wrong though? Am I wrong? Cartoons, you know? Come on. What's the name of this popular HBO series? Sex and the City. Sex and the City. It's not about sex in the city, because that would be a different show. It's called Sex and the City. Come on. If you got less than 10 of 15 on this Mandela, you're probably in alternate reality. You scored better than 60% of all other quiz takers. That was fun. Is there any other better versions of the quiz?
I don't know. I was trying to find it, but I think like what's really cool. I think what really gets you is like when you watch the videos and then people break it down for you. But we can't do that here. But that's just a thought process.
Yeah. So according to this test, I am in an alternate reality. According to this test, right?
No, if you get less than 10, this Mandela effect quiz, you're probably in alternate. Yeah, you are in alternate reality.
Dang. I would say the one that tripped me up the most was the Fruit of the Loom. A lot of these I didn't know, but the Fruit of the Loom one. Also, what the hell is my guy holding? Like, how are we supposed to know that one? But the Fruit of the Loom one definitely.
What is my guy holding?
I definitely know for a fact there is a basket. I wonder if I have any Fruit of the Loom. I used their underwear. Let me check.
He's checking. ATJ, you saw my trade. Might be able to work something out. Well, send me a counter. You can see. El Tigre. Jigsaw doesn't ask for consistency. Just tells you about starting it right.
I got Haynes. I don't got Fruit of the Loom. My bad.
Yeah, hey, no Fruit of the Loom. Should we do redraft?
Yeah, we can do redraft.
Right.
Redraft, mock draft, guys. We're about to start that here. I'll paste it in the chat if you want to keep talking about nonsense. Come join us over there. Link in the chat. We'll see you guys over there on the stream. Huge love.